It's nothing crazy here. This is actually a painting I did on one of my little trips. If you follow me on Instagram, you probably know I take a couple trips a month to just relax. Sometimes I film ASMR or I take pictures for other websites. So in this trip, I actually went to Paso, Robles. I don't know how to explain it. If you've been to Paso, Robles, then you know. Oh wow, how crazy. Look, it kind of matches my sweater. It's like kind of tie-dye, the sky here. That's funny. But if you know, Paso Robles is known for its wine country, you know, so of course there is some wine trees, farms. Here you have a couple rows of grapes. I don't know the exact terminology for that, but that's what I was going for. Let me see. Let me grab my phone really quick. I want to give you some history on Paso Robles, just because it's such a beautiful, beautiful place. Okay, so Paso Robles is a city in California, known for its wineries and olive groves. In the northeast, the Estrella Warbird Museum displays military planes, weapons, and memorabilia. Paso Robles Pioneer Museum features historical relics like farming tools, a 19th century schoolhouse, and a reconstructed jail surrounded by hills. Yeah, that's just a little bit about it. Elevation 732 feet. Weather is 76 Fahrenheit, 13 Celsius. Around there. Population 31,822 as of 2019. The mayor is Stephen Martin, named for the Pass of the Oaks. So yeah, what else? So yeah, that's a little bit about it. Paso Robles is known for their wineries and just wine in general. They have plenty of wine to choose from and wineries to visit, so if you are local, you should definitely check them out. It's I would say the environment is definitely more in the calm and just I don't know how to explain it. It's not for everyone for sure. I love going there. It's always a breath of fresh air. It's so peaceful. Everyone there is so kind, so nice. I actually, getting back to the painting, I went on a trip there to film my video about, I think it was a spa day, something like that, and I cleaned your face with a nice Bior facial cleanser, and I was in a little cottage. That's one of the days that I went there. I've gone there multiple times now, so I can't even count, but the specific painting that I did was to remember. I got an Airbnb and it was on some hills in a very, very far back road. It options that you can find. I stayed in a little cottage that was on a hill. At nighttime, I was able to see a bunch of cute little deer on the side of my cottage at night. Every night when the sun sets, they would be there feeding. I don't know what they would be feeding on, but they were always there. There was never a night that I didn't see them. The sky was always very light pink purple. It was during, I think it was, what was it? February or January that I went, and the skies were very in the cooler side. It wasn't summer yet, so it was definitely in the cooler tones. I remember being sad because I'm from, the Bay Area over here by Monterey, Salinas, Watsonville, all that. Like in this area where I'm from, I'm used to seeing the sun set all the way to the ocean. I'm used to seeing the sunset all the way down to the ocean. When I go to Monterey or Carmel, any beach, I see the sunset all the way till it goes down to the, And when I was here in this cottage, I think I was there for like a week or so. There was never a day where I saw the sunset completely. Since I was up in the hills, there was another hill in front of me where the sun was behind, and I would only get to see the sunset till it got to this big hill, and then I would just see this beautiful kind of shadow of the sunset, and it was always just the colors of the sunset but never the actual sunset. And it was really new for me to not see the whole sunset go down. There was a cute little kitchen in the back of this cottage, an outdoor little kitchen area where I cooked hot dogs and potato salad, and I had dinner there almost every night watching the deer. It was beautiful, very peaceful experience, like I said. And I would watch the sunset, and it would go by so quickly. As soon as it would literally be 15 minutes of sunset that I would actually get to see. And I was so sad all the time because I'm used to, like I said, going to Monterey and watching the sunset forever until it's finally gone under the waves. But it was just a different but very beautiful experience. There was a lot of like big birds. I think they were either crows or I'm not sure, but there were always these big birds flying in the sky. So yeah, I drew this kind of just representing that week that I spent there. I drew a hill here. I drew the little cottage. It was quite a vintage cottage. There was no crazy technology in it. It was, made out of wood on the sides, and then the ceiling roof was made out of like these two big metal, I don't know how to explain it. I'm not but it was made out of metal. And it was funny because one of the nights I actually thought I had a leak in the ceiling, but it was just the condensation of how warm the cottage was compared to how cold it was outside, and it made like little droopy things fall from the metal ceiling. It was so funny. I was pretty scared that day. The owners of the cottage actually lived on this big hill on the side over here. They had a huge home, like a big old house. I'm pretty jealous of them. I'm not sure, what they do or anything. I just booked it on Airbnb, so I didn't really have too much contact with them, but they did come down to help me out with my heating. I had some heating issues, Whereas when I'm trying to be more of a perfectionist, that's a whole different story. And honestly, I love this kind of painting here that is a mixture of both. It's, it's you, it's what you want it to be, and there's no right way to paint. So if you ever feel intrigued to do so, do it. Don't be scared. Don't judge yourself. Whatever you paint isn't wrong or right. It's yours and it's you and it's beautiful. So, okay, so then what I did is I decided to blobs in some purple and pink, just left to right, just randomly. And it created these beautiful, shadows of purple and pink, and it kind of started to look, bluish in some areas. Once you start mixing paints, it just naturally kind of goes with it. And then after the purple, I just got the big brush again and did blobs of white over that once it dried a little bit to make the clouds here. And you can see it's quite sloppy.